W. It's a W.
I agree.
Um,
I think it's a great suit.
yeah. Maybe the lines are a little bit much,
You
but
won't
it's
see it
not
once you get
too
far
bad.
out, though.
I like it better than the one from Man of Steel and that what is it, Henry Cavill's suit,
Really?
I'd say.
That's a hot take.
Yeah,
That's a hot take.
I'd say it.
A
But
lot of people think that's like the best Superman suit, period. It is
why don't we
better?
do that for hot takes?
I don't know.
There you go.
All right.
Anyway,
Do the intro
all right.
whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to go.
Yep.
Wait, you have a
Hello,
game,
everyone.
right?
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
Oh,
I
good,
do.
because I didn't bring one. We'll leave this in. We'll leave
Yeah.
it in. We'll leave it in. All right, yeah. Do the intro.
No,
Go,
no,
go, go.
don't leave that in. Don't leave that in. Oh, no.
Yeah, all right. Do an intro. Do an
Okay.
intro.
Everyone, welcome to the ATG Podcast. Welcome back. Okay.
I'm totally leaving that.
Oh no. Welcome into the ATG Podcast today. Why you always leave in like when I do the messed up like beginning,
Of
but
course,
like when
it's
you mess
funny,
it up,
'cause
you're
it's
like,
funny.
no. Yeah, that's the power
I'll
of the
do it. I'll
editor
do
right
it next
there.
episode. If next time I mess up, I'll leave it in.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, my name is NattyDucks, and I'm today joined with TitaniumZombie.
How's it going,
Uh,
everybody? Welcome back. This is episode 11. Bit of a
11
different
whole
episode.
episodes. That's a big milestone.
Yeah. Well, I thought last episode was a bit of a bigger milestone, but it's
Yes,
whatever.
but this is one higher of a milestone.
That is
if you
true.
think about
That
it.
is true.
It is bigger.
And next episode will be another one bigger. And you know what they say? Bigger is better.
Yeah, for my binary friends out there, it's episode 3. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Okay,
TZ?
so we got a few different things. We're doing, normally when we do these types of episodes, we kind of have a plan.
Yep.
We'll have like a bunch of stuff written down and like, okay, like for the DCU episode, let's
Yeah.
say, we had every movie written down and then we kind of just talked about it and we had our opinions. And that part isn't scripted, obviously, but we knew the order and we kind of knew what we were going to talk about from beginning to end. We're not going to do that this time. We're just,
You prepped it, didn't you? Oh, no.
it's not script. Like none of these are scripted. That's not what I'm saying. But what I mean is like, we have a plan and we kind of know, like we have a point A and a point B. It's just all the in-between stuff. We're kind of we just are going to kind of fire topics at one another and are different things we want to talk.
Are you saying these hour-long scripts I write, you just don't use? I make for every single podcast, you just throw it out the window?
Yeah, no, I don't read them.
Man.
Sorry, man. It's like when
You know
Slater
what?
sends me MCBC stuff to do, I just don't.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it.
You know what?
By the way,
makes
I
sense.
gotta say, I was proud of us because he was making fun of us for. He's like, every episode you guys mention me, but the last 2 episodes, or at least the last episode, I don't think we really talked about MCBC.
Yeah, but you just brought it up like 2
I mean, that's
minutes into
fine though
this one.
because I'm making fun of him. So, it's whatever.
I guess I don't know.
Whatever. Who cares?
But anyway. First up, we got what's new.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call it. Do you want to go first?
I can go first. Yeah. I mean, I was going to talk about this last episode because it was more new. Oh, geez. Sorry. I just ate food. But I was like, I'll kind of save it because I thought the thing, the other thing with the Stanley Cup was a little bit more relevant.
Yeah,
and
kind
I
of
was
jinxed it a little bit, but
kind of jinxed it a little bit in the, R.I.P. the Oilers. But, but I'll talk about this now. It's only a little bit late now, but basically a new game was presented at the Xbox convention that they held, and it's a game that I'm really looking forward to, and I've talked a lot of Slater about it. So it's called Gears of War E-Day, which basically, if you know the Gears of War lore, the first game takes place, I think it's like 14 years after like the war began. So this is going to go back to when the war actually started, Emergence Day. That's what it's called in the lore. And that's when the locust came out of the ground and the war actually began. So we're actually going to get to see the beginnings of it all, which is something we've never seen really before. And we're going to get Marcus and Dom back, which are the 2 famous characters from those 3 original games. So it's a game that a lot of people, it's really stirred up the old Gears of War community because Gears of War 4 and 5 were good, but they weren't like
they weren't as good.
Yeah, like they were definitely like not as good as the first 3. So this is kind of a good way for them to take a step back and reboot the franchise a little bit and kind of bring back a lot of the old fans that maybe lost touch with it after Gears of War 4 and 5, and kind of go back to the roots of the original games, and then go into Gears 6. So,
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really a huge Gears of War fan. I haven't really played any of the games.
Okay.
But
It's a good game. Like I would say,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play them, definitely play with someone else. Like I'll play with them with you, to be honest with you, because they're a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But the first 3 are definitely the ones you would want to play.
Yeah.
But just
I
start
still
with the
gotta get
first
through
one.
the Arkham games.
That's true. Yeah, start there.
I got a lot of homework to
Yeah.
catch up on. Watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. Gotta do that at some point.
Oh God. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started.
No, yeah. All right. So, I wanted to bring up something in the movie scenes. There's
All
been a
right.
recent movie that came out, Inside Out 2. Have you seen it?
I have, yes. I watched it
I
opening day.
Oh, dang, you were
I
like
didn't
first
even
in
I
line.
didn't even know it was opening day, but my mom and my sister booked the tickets, and we go in, and it's a packed movie theater. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is it? I'm like, what? When did this movie come out? They're like, oh, it came out today. And I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
that makes sense.
You're the biggest fan, I guess.
We were front row too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the cool news is it's the highest grossing movie this year so far.
Really?
It's at $1.1 billion,
Wow.
past Dune 2 pretty
Wow.
early on. It's the 33rd at the moment, highest grossing film of all time.
Wow.
And yeah, it's
It's a good
still
movie.
got a ways to go. Yeah,
It's a good movie.
about to pass Far From Home in
Yeah.
terms of
No,
money. Yeah,
and you know what though? For an Inside Out sequel, I thought there was a lot of areas that could have gone with it.
Yeah.
Because the first one I think is really, really good. I think
Yeah.
it's one of Pixar's better movies.
especially in the recent
Yeah,
10
like I know,
years
yeah,
since
like
that and
because
Coco.
yeah, like Pixar's kind of been hit or miss lately, and this was a good movie. Like, do I think it's as good as the first one? Probably not. But I think it utilizes the main characters a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like I liked how, like one thing I was worried about was like, oh, like going into this, like Joy is going to be like one of the main characters, right? But like,
Yeah.
how are they going to use the other guys? And I like how they kind of put fear, anger, and disgust in a little bit more
Yeah.
of the
Because before they were like
limelight.
stuck in headquarters somewhat.
Yeah, right. So they were
But
kind
now
of
they
like
got
they
to
weren't.
actually
Yeah, they kind of
go
got to be a
out.
part of the adventure a little bit more, which I think made it better.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they didn't go back on any of the character development. Like Joy didn't all of a sudden go back to from the beginning of Inside Out 1 when she was more controlling and like it's like, oh, she just needs joy. She's more open-minded of like the other emotions and letting them
Yeah,
have control too.
yeah.
Um, while still being, somewhat wanting to be
She's
in
still
control with
controlling,
anxiety
but
and
at the
whatnot.
same time, it's yeah. I think it kind of hammered home. Like she was more open to all of the like the other like the other emotions, but not the new ones. I think that was especially anxiety. And I really think it was cool that how they like just showed and like visualized a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Like I was like, that's such a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like you
Won't
had
get
like
too
the
much into spoilers or anything.
no,
Yeah.
no, yeah. I mean, but it was a cool way of doing it. They do it in the movie, and it's a very like
Yeah.
okay.
I get you. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Inside Out 2, I'd give it a watch.
Yeah.
If not in the theaters, if it comes out on Disney Plus. Not if. It will
will.
be a win.
It will.
It will. But give it a watch. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's fun. So, I think we have the game next.
Yeah, no, that yeah.
So, this one is a game. It's a pretty simple game. 20 questions. So, if you don't know how this game is played, if you're listening, basically, TZ will ask me 20 yes or no questions and try to guess what it is that I'm thinking about with those questions. And I'll either answer yes or no, and I'll try to guess what it is.
Okay. What is it just like general, or are you gonna give me like a little bit of a hint of what I'm asking here?
Uh, it's gonna be more general. I mean, that would just have to be the questions that you're sort of asking about.
Oh no. So it could
To,
literally be
to
anything. Like, is it like
yes,
a
but
show? Is it a
I'll tell you,
character?
it's not gonna be. It's more general. So I'll give you that. It's not necessarily something exact. It's not like, what's the name? You know, it's not Nine Numb from
Dude, I'm never getting
from
this.
Star Wars. No, I think you will. I think you will.
I'm never getting this. It's so over.
Uh, I'll give you a hint. It's a thing. It's that you know. It's not a
Okay.
person or
Okay.
character.
Okay.
But that's all I'll give you. So if you want to ask a question,
All right.
I'll give you yes or
Question
no's.
one: Is this thing real?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no. um, is this thing something you can buy in a store?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
We're
yeah.
getting somewhere. We're getting
Yeah, you
somewhere.
getting somewhere?
All right. Is this thing something you would find in somebody's house, like an average household?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Be surprised not to find it.
okay. So is it a piece of furniture?
No.
Okay. Is it something you would find in a kitchen?
You could, yeah.
Oh no. Uh, is it? It's not food though, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
6.
I'm at
6.
6. Oh no.
Yeah.
I got
Got
no.
14 to
Okay,
go.
so it's something that you can buy in a store. It's in a house. It's a few different things. Is it in multiple like okay, if it's in a kitchen, it can be in a kitchen, right? But it can't that's not a
Yep.
question. Sorry, I'm just rational. Sorry. It can be in a kitchen, but can it be in other is it typically in other rooms?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. Okay. So it's something that's in a kitchen, but it's also in other rooms. So I got a few options here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot. Is it a sink?
No, it's not a sink.
Ah, that's a good question.
That
That's a
counts
good
as a
answer.
question.
I know. I know. I know. How many am I
So
at?
you're at 8. You're at 8.
Okay, that's good. That's okay. Um, it can be in a kitchen, but it can also be in other places. Is it
Yeah.
something you can hold?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So you can hold it, but is it like a handheld item?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's small enough to be a handheld item. How many questions am I at now? 10, right?
You're at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it like okay? Hold on. Would you? I'm trying to like find the right words for this.
Yeah. Okay,
Is
yeah.
it smaller than like 2 feet?
Yes,
Okay. So is it a knife?
for the most part. Yeah, I think you already asked that. Oh no, you
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
It's not a knife. No.
Okay. That was shit.
You're at 12.
It's not. Um, it's not something like I'm just gonna start shooting other rooms at this point. Like I
Yeah,
gotta, like, would you find this in someone's bedroom?
probably. Yeah.
Probably. What do you have in a kitchen that you also have in a bedroom? Like typically, like if it's like a utensil, like that's kind of like a cheat answer in my opinion. But um,
Ask anything.
it's a handheld item, but it's. Oh wait, hold on. Would you find this in? Yeah, I did say multiple rooms. Yeah, I've already asked that. Hold
Yeah.
on. Is this something you typically like when you're using it? You look at it to use.
I would say yeah. You
Like
don't
you
have
don't
to,
like you
but
don't like when you're using it. You typically look at it.
yeah, you'd want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a microwave, you don't have to look at a microwave. Like you press
Yeah.
it, you walk away, right? You don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably a bad example, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
like
Handheld microwave. But yeah,
um
you're at 14.
yeah. Is your item a clock?
No,
Okay.
it's not a clock.
It's in multiple rooms. It can
5
be in
more.
a kitchen. Can be in a bedroom. Is your
Handheld.
item... And it's handheld. Yeah, wait. It wouldn't be a clock. But I guess it
Smaller
is
than 2 feet.
It's smaller than 2 feet, though. Can be in a kitchen. Oh, wait. Is your... Well, I'm thinking, like, is your item a TV remote?
No.
I'm going too elaborate with it.
You got 4 more.
Oh, no.
You know, ask more questions about like what it does or what it,
Well, I
I don't
can't
know.
ask that. What it can't, because you won't tell
Yeah,
me.
but, like, well,
Yes,
in
it does things. It does.
no, but I'm not, if you lose, that's just a win for me if you think about it. So, I know.
Does this thing send some sort of signal? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, okay, so it's not a remote of any kind.
You get 3 more questions.
I have no idea. Can be.
It is something you use.
Yeah, I don't know though.
Dude, there's some people listening to this that are like screaming. I know what it is.
Handheld. Would you say I use it on a typical basis?
Probably, yeah. I would say so.
Okay.
Like you've used it a lot in your life, I would assume.
I no idea. Is it like it's something you use, but it's handheld? Dude, it's smaller than 2 feet. It's probably like I don't know why my brain's going way too elaborate with this. But it's probably like a door handle or some shit. Like,
is that your question?
No, because like it's not it.
You
Like,
got 2 more.
like I have no idea. I use this typically. How I don't that like I think it's a utensil. That's like the only thing, and like the reason it's why is it in multiple rooms though? Like oh yeah, you leave shit around. I don't know. I have literally no idea what this is. 2 questions.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. Can it be found in a living room?
Yes. You got 1 more.
Is it a chair or something? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just guessing.
Smaller than 2 feet.
I just don't give a fuck at this point. I just don't.
No, it's not a chair.
What is it?
Okay. I'm gonna give you 1 more. It's used for something else. You don't really use it on its own.
It doesn't help me.
I'll give you 1 guess.
Is it a fork?
No, it's a pencil.
Oh, okay.
Man, I figured you would have gotten that. But like
When do you find a pencil in a fucking kitchen?
You can find pencils in the kitchen. That's where I said you get some, I wouldn't mainly find it there. Wait, where do you have your pencils? When you were asked that.
In my room.
Yeah, and I said they were in your room, yes.
But you said they were in a kitchen.
They can be in a kitchen. If you need to write stuff down, it's handed out. They're pretty much everywhere.
Use pens, to be fair.
That's fair. Anyway. Womp womp. Looks like you failed.
Cool.
That's okay.
I'm just glad it's over, to be honest.
That's fair. All right. So, get into the bulk of the episode. What do you have? What do you bring?
Oh, a couple things.
About?
Have you seen the new Superman set photos?
Like the photos? Yeah.
Like the set photos that were released?
Bro does not look like Superman. He doesn't have the strength when he's holding it up, and then other people are holding up either side. Like, come on.
Dude, it's almost like they're being green screened out.
So
you
telling me this guy's Superman, he can't even lift the thing on his own.
So what do you think of the suit? Because I know a lot of people are hit or miss on it.
I like it. I like the red underpants. That's a W. That's a W.
I agree. I think it's a great suit.
Yeah. Maybe the lines are a little bit much,
You won't
but
see
it's
it
not
once you get
too
far
bad.
out, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like it better than the one from Man of Steel and that what is it, Henry Cavill's suit,
Really?
I'd say.
That's a hot
Yeah,
take. That's a hot take.
I'd say it.
A
But
lot of people think that's like the best Superman suit, period.
I don't know.
I would agree with them, actually. I think it is one of the best Superman suits, but I think this one's more comic accurate.
Yeah, I really like
Um,
it.
so yeah, like for that reason, I think it is
Why didn't we
better.
do that for hot takes?
I don't know.
There you go. Anyway, write that down. Write that down.
Because
No,
we hadn't gotten a full look at the suit yet. So,
that is true.
no, I think the symbol on the back is really cool. I
Yeah,
think the only thing I'm kind when I saw some of the other set photos, the one like the Guy Gardner suit doesn't look great, but other than that, like I think they're pretty much nailed on the head with this tone, um,
yeah,
and how they're designing everything. I think Superman looks friendly, which
yeah,
is kind of how he should look in terms of like everything.
yeah. They really had a weird when they revealed the suit initially. They had a
Yeah,
really weird
the
way of doing that. Have
the
the gloomy putting on the shoe sort of thing.
yeah,
It made
I
it
think
seem
I
a
don't
lot
know if
darker.
that was the right call. I get why they did
Yeah,
it though. Like I get why they did it that way, but I don't know if that was the best way of doing that super reveal.
yeah,
I don't think it did it justice either. Like after seeing it in light and bright and daylight, I think this was a way better showing of the suit and a way better way to
yeah,
kind of see it and the way that it's going to be shot. So I think it's good. I think it's a fantastic suit. I'm very
yeah,
excited to see what Gunn does with
yeah.
Superman Legacy or whatever it's called now.
I'm I'm really happy that in general, with more of the newer comic book movies, we're getting a lot more comic accurate outfits,
Yeah,
even when they're more goofy looking. Cause like you go back to like X-Men or whatnot, and you had like everyone in these just black suits,
yeah.
you know. Whereas now, like say with Deadpool Wolverine,
It's a
you get a
perfect
lot more of that
transition. It's a
colors.
perfect
Yeah,
transition because I was about to say we're 3 weeks away from Deadpool and Wolverine. So,
yeah.
that was exactly
I
was going to be my next thing I was going to talk about actually.
Yeah, but I really like all of the more comic accurate suits, the more fun colors that kind of pop. It
Well,
doesn't all
yeah,
have to
you might
be
as well, right?
as serious, yeah. But you can still have, I think people are realizing that you can still have heroes be in all of these colorful outfits without making it feel unrealistic. Because, it doesn't need to be realistic. It's a, superhero
Well,
movie
yeah,
to
and
one
I think you got to
degree.
pick and choose your battles, right? Like I think Superman works better personally when
Yeah,
he is lighter, when he is
yeah,
that more like the Christopher Reeve movies where he's your friendly neighborhood guy, right?
yeah,
Spider-Man works that way when he has to be able to swing around Queens and
yeah.
do that kind of stuff because that's
Love
Spider-Man.
that suit at the end of No Way Home, dude.
Yeah, and I
So
can't wait to
good.
see that in another movie. I hope they don't continuously change it like they've been doing in the past movies. But then you look at the other side, you look at Batman. Look how great Robert Pattinson's movie was, right?
Yeah.
That movie is shot with like it's like when you turn your phone down to 0% brightness.
Yeah.
Like there's so much darkness in that movie, but that movie is so good because
Yeah.
that's Batman, right? It is supposed to be
Character,
dark
yeah.
and grimy and dirty and all this other stuff because that's Gotham and that's Batman. So I
Yeah.
think that's the way. I think Matt Reeves and that team have completely nailed the way of shooting Batman. So I think
Yeah.
the problem I'm going to have is when the DCU Batman comes in, how they're going to take that and make
Yeah.
me believe that this version of Batman could have a Robin and all that stuff because it looks like
Yeah.
Pattinson's going to have that too with all the leaks that have been coming out.
I hope they have the Robins and the Bat family in general, because like they've been very much like
Avoiding it, yeah. Since
trying to make Robin like a super gritty thing, or like, oh, he always dies, like they did with
have you seen
Batman
the
v
last
Superman.
version of Robin though on live action?
That's fair.
Because
Not
there's
counting Titans or
not counting
counting
Titans.
Titans.
It's in a Batman movie because like there's a
Yeah.
reason.
I get
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
not in the worst
Um
part is he's not even the worst parts of those movies of
yeah,
Batman
that is
Forever.
true.
He's actually the best parts of those movies.
They're
That's the
just
sad
yeah.
part. It's just those movies were not great. Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. So Chris O'Donnell kind of took the
Yeah.
brunt of
But
it.
I think getting getting Nightwing, Red Hood, that sort of stuff.
And
I
I think
know,
Damien's a good thing to. I know
yeah,
like a lot of people had a problem with that. I think it's actually a good thing that they're doing Damien because they can do
and you get
Damien's
the other
origin,
characters
and you can just have
through
the
the other
others
characters.
already exist.
Yeah, you don't have to
Um,
have the multiple Robins to
yeah,
build up to.
yeah,
You just have them all.
yeah,
And that's the benefit of this universe starting with it already established,
yeah, yeah,
which is a good thing. Because it's not like with Marvel where it was, they had it built up over time, or
yeah.
what the DCEU
Well,
was
Marvel's
trying
running
to
into that
do.
problem right now, right?
Yeah. They like
Because
want to introduce X-Men, but how do you do that
how
when?
do you do that when everything's been happening? So now they rely on the
Yeah,
multiverse,
yeah,
and it seems like even the Fantastic Four, it's already been kind of confirmed that they're not even in the main MCU timeline.
yeah.
And we
Which,
assume that they're going to meet up through Secret Wars, and then something's going to happen in Secret Wars that will bring them all together.
yeah. But the thing with relying on the multiverse is it always makes it feel like it kind of defeats the whole purpose of having one cinematic universe. I mean, the cool thing with the earlier MCU movies is you would see everything kind of connect and they would
Yeah.
all be in the same universe. But if you have a multiverse, it's like, yeah, they're connected, but not really. And it's
Mm.
just kind of like, I don't know, interesting
Yeah.
sort of
But
crossovers
it's
that
kind
you
of it's
get.
kind of like that's the place they're stuck at right now, right? Like
Yeah,
they can't introduce Charles Xavier and have all of them are existing already, right?
yeah,
And then have Wolverine been around because it's like everyone. It's like
yeah,
with the Eternals, they tried that and everyone was like, "Well, where were you? Where were you when
yeah,
Thanos showed up?" And they tried to come up with this like really BS excuse, and everyone was like,
yeah,
"Really? That's the reason? Come on. Your job is to
yeah,
defend Earth. Why didn't you show up when half the universe is
yeah.
being wiped out?
When
You have
Thanos was,
one
yeah,
job and you just like not even just Thanos. It's like, oh, by the way, there's a robot about to drop a meteor on Earth. Like you're not going
yeah,
to try and stop that? Like
yeah. It doesn't, yeah. I mean, I understand. That's just sort of the problem that the MCU kind of runs into.
yeah.
But I mean, maybe they'll figure that out with
I think the way
Deadpool
they're
Wolverine.
yeah, I mean that's a perfect segue. I know we said this earlier,
Again.
but
Boom.
Deadpool Wolverine comes out in less than 3 weeks now. 3 weeks
Yep.
as of yesterday, the time of recording.
Yeah.
Um, And so, what do you think? What do you like? So this will be the last episode we put out before, like there'll be another episode, but they'll be coming out on
Yeah.
the same day, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you want to see? Let me ask you that.
Um, I mean,
Don't
I'm
say
looking
I don't
forward.
know. Don't.
I'm not gonna say
That's
that. I'm looking forward to the fact that it's not. It's just gonna be a fun movie that doesn't really have to set stuff up per se
yeah.
and can kind of just be
Well, I
a
think it's gonna
fun,
close things off more than anything.
yeah, and kind of close off the Fox universe with all of those sort of movies. Because like, yeah, I went through and watched all of the X-Men movies recently, and it's kind of all over the place
Mm.
and doesn't really have uh kind of a nice conclusion to it that hopefully this movie will kind of bring.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so
I think
yeah,
this is
that
kind of Hugh
will be good.
Jackman's last ride as Wolverine.
Yeah,
Unless they decide to bring him back in the Secret Wars or something like that. I imagine that is already in the
yeah.
works. Because I know
I'm
like that
glad
movie
they're
literally could be anything at this point.
yeah.
Like,
I'm glad that they're not just taking it from Logan and moving from that story or reviving that version. Because Logan is a great movie. Have you seen Logan?
yes, I have. Sorry, I got a DM.
Yeah. It's one of the best of the Fox movies,
I'd
I
say
would
it's one.
say.
Logan's like a top 5 superhero film of all time.
Yeah,
It's right up
for
there with
sure.
like Dark Knight, and
It's a great
it's
film.
arguably one of the
So,
best.
but it would. I'm not gonna try to spoil this if you haven't seen it, but it doesn't try to back out of the ending of that film.
No way,
Um,
because you're grabbing a different universe of Logan, right?
yeah.
You're grabbing a whole
So
different
you gotta,
universe you have a whole new version of
yeah,
Wolverine, so it's not touching that universe at all, which I think was a
yeah,
good decision because Logan had such a fantastic finale and like that perfect
yeah,
send off for Logan already.
yeah.
So
So
this is really just so then Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds can fuck around for 2 hours.
Yeah, I know it'd be a fun movie. Excited to see it. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think maybe if you guys are interested, we'll do a podcast going over it and
Yeah.
kind of doing a review and just talking through those.
And you know, I've been talking to Jace
But
about this. I mentioned him again, but you know, he's someone I talk to a lot, so I don't care.
yeah,
But
because you
this is kind
you live with him.
of in my opinion, the catalyst for the MCU too, because they've kind of
Yeah,
been on a bit of a downward spiral last little bit.
yeah,
With some of the recent projects not doing great, and so this will kind of make or break Captain America 4.
yeah,
Because if it does well, then people are going to be like, oh, okay, the MCU still got it. They still got, okay, cool. And then they'll maybe still have interest in the next one, depending on how the marketing and all that, right? How
yeah,
the movie actually looks. Um, but if this movie sucks and it doesn't do well, then hate to break it to you, you're going to have to really do some rethinking for these next few projects. And like they're
yeah,
still going to come out with them because they're already like they're not Warner Brothers. They're not going to write them off.
yeah.
Um, but you know, I think
Yeah. Side
it
note,
really can make or break this whole universe.
yeah, if you're listening to this little conversation we're having in this episode and want to continue that and know more about the future of the MCU, we have a podcast on that. If you haven't listened to it,
Yeah, we
episode 2.
episode 2 we went over all the future projects,
Yeah,
um,
it's a
as they
good
were
listen.
back then. But you know, that was a
Yeah,
while ago now.
I mean, yeah, it was a couple months ago, but especially in the future, some stuff of that
Yeah.
hasn't changed too much apart from Deadpool.
So this is something
So,
that is still not over yet, but
yeah,
we're 2 weeks out before. So like this week was the 6th episode, then we get 7 and then 8
yeah.
of The Boys season 4, which I know
Mm,
you haven't seen. We talked about this
nope.
earlier, so I'm not going to spoil anything because I know no one's seen anything because I've been watching it weekly.
Yeah.
But
You keeping up with it?
we're gonna try and avoid spoilers. But all I'm gonna say
At least for
is
season 4.
at least for season 4 is that it's very good. Okay, very good. I think it is a great addition to the Boys universe. But Natty, have you seen any of the trailers?
I think maybe I saw the earlier one, but I
All right.
haven't really been
So
keeping up with
after
it.
season 3, what
Yep.
what are you expecting to see in this next season? And if you've been watching it, we'll see if Natty's predictions are at all right.
I mean, presumably something with the whole political landscape and that
Mm.
one lady, I don't know her name. Because I know she was like the senator or something, or I don't remember. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Victoria Newman.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, she's
So
the vice
presumably
president
something
elect.
with her, and then maybe something with Homelander, just going more wild
Mm-hmm.
because why wouldn't he? He
Yep.
goes nuts. I don't really know where it would go. To be fair.
It's a very good season so far, though, and you're not too far
Um,
off from those two things. A lot. Those two things you say, they're kind of connected in a way.
yeah.
But you know, but to move on to more of a YouTube side of things,
YouTube. That's where you going next. All right, I like YouTube.
have you seen the newest Technoblade video?
Yes, I forgot about that. It was really cool. Has there been backlash with that? Do you know?
No, no, I don't think so. I think a lot of
Okay,
people are
cause
like, "Wow, like it's really cool that Tommy
yeah,
is doing that." And I think it. I gotta
yeah,
say, it's. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, it's pretty wild how, Technoblade is he's a Minecraft YouTuber, right? If you don't
yeah,
know, who passed away a year ago, and it was to cancer. And there's obviously been this whole movement, right? If you don't know, I'm just kind of
yeah,
trying to explain this to you. But it's pretty cool to me how, he kind of hasn't really fallen off of relevancy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because so many people love his content, right? So
yeah,
when his dad makes a new video or Tommy makes a new video, edits old footage, there's still so much support, right? And it's just wild to me that like it's almost like this like community just comes out of nowhere, right?
yeah,
So I think it's really great. I think it's great that they're pulling for old footage.
No,
No,
that
it is really heartwarming to see like this community like really coming together and
yeah,
still supporting you know his content because he was a phenomenal creator, and I think
yeah,
it's great that he or that more people are even realizing it too. Like I know, I mean this happens with anything, right? It's not just
hmm
Technoblade, but it's with any like artist or actor or anything like that. They always become the most popular once they pass away. It's something tragic, right? Which is
yeah.
so sad in my opinion. But um,
I mean, that's a lot with artists and
yeah, like
like art
yeah,
scene. Yeah,
yeah, like because you hear about something like tragic will happen, and then they'll be like, oh, and then you'll go see what they've done if you haven't heard of them before, and then you'll watch it and you'll really enjoy it. So like but it's crazy to me that there's been so many so much love and support, like new fans and old fans, but new people who found his content are just loving it. Because yeah, he was a gifted creator, and
yeah,
yeah, truly.
for sure. I
And
mean, yeah,
in
if you
terms
haven't
of
watched any of
Minecraft
his
YouTube, in
videos,
terms of Minecraft YouTubers, you know what I mean. Like we don't got many of them left anymore, so.
no, you're not wrong there. Um, nah, he's definitely great creator. Um, and
He is,
yeah,
yeah,
all those videos are
an
good, especially
inspiration for
if you
me
haven't
too.
seen if you haven't seen the Potato Wars videos, give those
Yeah,
a watch. Those are some of
I'll
the
link
best
I'll link the
Minecraft.
first one in the description.
Those are some of the best Minecraft videos on YouTube, I think. Period.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Honestly, I've
I'd agree.
watched them many of times. Just yeah, phenomenal creator. Gone too soon, but Technoblade never dies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So Natty, what do you got? What do you got left?
what do I got left? I didn't know I was supposed to prep stuff. Oh, my bad. Um, let me
Got
think.
anything interesting to talk about? Oh, well, there is one thing.
Yep.
The elephant in the room. Something me and
Elephant in
you
the room.
are both very tied to, whether we like it or not.
The ATG Podcast.
You may be tied to me, maybe chained to. A little
Yep.
different. So there's this little event on the Minecraft Bedrock
Yes.
platform.
It's happening tomorrow.
It's
As
happening
we're
tomorrow.
recording this. Yeah. TZUHC. Yes, sir.
TZUHC. That is happening
Yes,
tomorrow. I
sir.
have no idea if anyone's even streaming it, but yeah, you can check that out over on my Discord. I'll be posting links and
It's already
stuff.
happened at this point.
It's already happened on this point, but yeah. Hopefully we'll do more seasons in the future. And hopefully it went
Unless it went
well.
horribly.
Unless
Yeah.
it went horribly, then we won't.
Good luck, future us.
Good luck for me tomorrow. But no, there's another event coming out. It's by
Ooh.
MCBC. The name of MCBC.
Oh, MCC.
You
Not true.
recently edited and uploaded a trailer.
Yes. That was a fun
Yeah.
video. Could have done it earlier. If you didn't know, I'm typically the editor on the MCBC YouTube channel because Slater put out duds after duds for a while. So, he asked me to come in.
Yeah. No.
So
I mean,
they've been
yeah.
good.
There's tons of
Look,
like. I mean, we'll
wouldn't be
probably
an
have
ATG
more.
podcast without a diss of Slater.
Yeah. Well, we've already done that. We've got to meet quota, right? So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got tons of stuff planned for the future. I mean, I know therell be more date reveals and stuff. Probably by the time this comes out, I don't know what other trailers will be out by the time this episode.
So yeah, the as of this episode coming out, the trailer has come out, or at least the date announcement, and it's going to be on the 21st of July, which as of this podcast coming out, is going to be in about a week and a little bit.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be cool because we
So
haven't had an
hopefully,
event in
the
8 months.
21st. I have no idea if I'll be there. Hopefully, I will be. If I am, I'll be doing the admin stream, and I will put all that stuff in my Discord, and I don't know. Maybe I'll make a community post on the ATG podcast. Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably not, but whatever. So yeah, that's the kind of the big thing that's been happening with us,
Yeah,
and
we've been working on that for like 8 months now, almost.
yeah. I mean, I pretty much finished all my stuff in like a month and a half, but
That's fair.
I don't have a lot
Relic
to do.
2 took a lot of time.
Yeah, you guys have been
But
cooking
there's
with
been
that.
so many different changes, and excited for everyone to finally see and play it. It'll be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I think we're definitely going to talk more about it in the next episode, but because it's sounding like we're going to have a specific somebody on, depending on.
That'll be a lot of MCBC.
Well, we're talking a lot because that will be post-event.
Somebody who's tied
is
to
that post-event?
MCBC.
Is that post-event?
We'll record a post-event.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So.
It'll leave you a little bit of editing room, not too much though, but that's
fine.
Okay.
They don't take me long.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have someone very special, very tied to MCBC and you know the leadership role. You know, someone who's been in the community for quite a while now.
You can put your guesses down in the comments below.
Yeah.
Of who that person will be.
Yeah.
But
very, very good friends.
Yeah, I've known this person known this person for a number of years.
Yeah. So I guess you'll wait and have to see, but it'll be good.
Yeah. So, Natty, you got anything else to add?
Anything else to add? I don't think so. This might be, I don't actually know. Is this the shortest episode we've had? I don't actually know. I guess we'll see when it comes out.
We'll see what the edit looks like. The game is the longest part, that's for sure.
That is true. But that'll probably be edited down.
I'm going to edit out a little bit of my ums and ahs, but you know.
Yeah, and there are a lot of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this format? We didn't really come at it with anything like at all, per se. We kind of just jumped from topic to topic. Did it feel kind of all over the place? I don't know. Leave some feedback.
I think it was fine, personally.
Yeah, I think it was fine.
We could do more episodes like this.
We could do more like this and some structured ones still because I think they're both good.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out. But
of course.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming out to the ATG podcast, watching this episode 11. Once again, sorry to Slater Productions for not getting you on this episode. You'll have to wait another 2 weeks, and we'll get you on then.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's gonna be it. So yeah, if you guys watch MCBC 21st.
Watch MCBC.
It's coming 21st. Out very soon.
The next episode will be post that. So tons of other stuff to talk about. And we'll see you guys later. Once again, thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you for watching episode 11 of the ATG podcast. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And have a good one.
Peace.